had I had made a list, bro, of people I wanted to get on the show, and I got your name down, and it's just been a while. Like it's really hard to like get this whole setup going, dude. Especially like I'm going from state to state, city to city. I'm always packing up and moving, packing up and moving. So thank you though for making some time, man, and coming on the show.
Of course.
Yeah, dude. So fucking young man, bro. Been dancing for 12 years. Yeah, hailing from Chula Vista.
Yes, sir.
My guy, how did you first get into dancing?
Shoot, man, it's a crazy story because I grew up in church. I grew up in a Christian household, and we would attend these youth conferences in high school called Future Quest, and they would host like dance battles there. And my sister's ex-boyfriend at the time was a jerker. He used to jerk and would
Hey,
flip. You could be just be this the swaggy artist and whatnot. And it's a small world because I met the group Fuego Dance Crew through one of my middle school friends. The leader is his cousin, which is funny. So I ended up meeting them for the first time, and mind you, I wasn't a dancer or anything. I was growing up in sports, and that was like my forte. So dance was all new to me. I was just would see Step Up and everything, but I had no
uh,
type of, you know, any type of skill, no type of flow, no type of nothing. And so that's how I first met the group. And then so they would have these dance battles, and my sister's ex boyfriend at the time had battled the leader in the group because they were that squad at that church. They were just that
they
that
were
that
them.
group
They
that
were the
would just
ones.
stand out.
Yeah.
Everyone would be like, "Oh, that's Fuego Dance Crew." Like no one's
Hmm.
taking them out. Like you know, they were just those stars. And my guy Cameron, shout out to Cameron. He ended up battling him, and he actually ended up beating him in the finals. And they got like a really dope exchange. It was a super packed out event. Just high schoolers just having a good time. And I was just fanboying at the time. I like to jerk and whatnot too. Would hit it like a Dougie here and there, but I had no type of culture involved in me, or no type of studying any styles. So I was inspired. And so later, my guy Cam introduced me to Eric. Eric's the leader, Fuego Dance Crew, and I busted like a little move for him real quick, and it was trash. But he was like, "Hey, bro, you're dope. Like, come and perform with us sometime. We'll connect." So I ended up exchanging contacts with him and my boy Cameron, and another guy, LaDaniel. Shout out to LaDaniel. He was the first crumper in our group. He
Oh,
got to
dope.
crump with Bash and Knucklehead a little bit, and
Okay.
so I didn't get into crump till way later though. But that's where I first started my dance journey, 2012.
2012, my guy. Yeah, dude, that was interesting because I seen the clip. Fuck, what was the song? I was just watching it earlier. I think it was a Daddy Yankee song that you guys did
Yeah,
for Fuego, and then I was like, I didn't put one and two together, bro. That you were in that crew, and then because I had found your page, what I mean, after we met down at that tournament down at the Carson spot. I think it was a rookies tournament that night too.
yeah.
Um, yeah, so I met you. I ended up finding your profile, all this stuff, bro. And then I was like, oh, he's on Fuego. I was like, oh, that's that team. I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. So I mean, I kind of been out of the choreo game for a while now. But it's tight. That was another reason. I was like, damn. I was like, I want to talk to him, bro. Because when I find other heads who were kind of in like the choreo, like open style, freestyle scene, it's like, oh, it's like of my same kind. It's like, bro, because that's where I came from. Like that's how I found Krump through Dread. Through Dread, me and him were on Academy of Villains together,
Oh,
and
sick.
yeah, we were on AOV together right when they first moved down to LA, and yeah, he was crumping, and I mean, there was like Spartan would show up, Ruin would show up. Bro, they never talked to me. I sucked. Like I fucking sucked bad. So it was like Dread would talk to me though, because Dread's cool as fuck. Like I mean, I don't know if you ever met Dread, bro, but he's cool as fuck, man. Like he'll talk to anybody. So yeah, that's how I kind of got introduced. That's dope. So you choreograph and all that too, right?
Yeah, I started
Mm.
I first started choreo when I joined Fuego. We would do freestyle too, but we were more strict more like on the choreo side, but we would throw
Gotcha.
freestyle videos like just for the fun of it. It was no serious training till later on in the years. So, but yeah, choreo first.
Okay, and you started choreographing what, like right away, or did it take you some time to start making some pieces?
It definitely took me some time
Mm.
because I didn't know anything. I didn't know what sources to what sources to go to, and what
Mm.
choreographers I would like. So I would kind of just learn choreographies from the guy Eric, the leader of Fuego. He would just teach us pieces, teach us routines, and we would just
Mm.
follow it. Concepts. Um, Pictures, a lot of visuals. That's kind of like the image of Fuego is a lot of concepts, a lot of just storytelling and entertaining the crowd and whatnot. So I didn't start choreographing like my own pieces till 2017. That's when I first went to Mexico and across from Cancun. That's where we met our boy in War. He's from out there, and super clean, sick choreographer. He's been in the game for a minute as well. But once I got out there, I was able to display my own piece and then start making more since then.
Oh, dope, bro. Yeah, because I was kind of the same way. It took me about 5 years or so. I really started practicing choreo, yeah, like around 2010. Um, but like, yeah, it was always just like learning pieces from our captains, learning pieces from like the lieutenants of the team. Um, and shout out Channel Islands High, all male. We would do these like workshops with like our alumni. You know what I mean? Like the alumni would come by and we would learn from them. Sometimes use them for like our comp sets that were like these concepts or some kind of theme in behind it or some dumb shit. Um, but it was like it took me a long time to start choreographing, like just to even know like I don't even know where to pull from. I don't know like is this right? Like is it supposed to go this way or fuck, let alone counting music was hard enough. Who's some of your favorite choreographers right now? Do you have like three favorites?
um I do. I'm trying to really study more choreographers now, and since I have more of
Mm.
an understanding of how to approach it. Um, but I would say from off the bat, um, it's not my style at all. But I just love the swag that he has, the musicality, the 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 cleanliness, and everything. But I would say Melvin Timpton.
Oh,
He's
Tim
up in the
Tim,
Bay
shout
Area.
out
Well,
S
now
Wing.
he's yeah, he's all over right now. I think he lives in like Europe right now, but yeah,
Mm.
he's always been like an inspiration to like kind of play with the beat a lot more and just being like very bouncy, and light on your feet and um so I would say he would be one of them. Um I've been a fan of I mean, not to be biased, but Farside is dope.
Hey,
Farside's
gang
a
gang.
legend. Can't deny that. It's dope too that he crumps too. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah. So I would say him too. Shoot. There's a lot of people that I look up to in the choreo scene. Man, I'm still like not as researched as I should be or as I want to be, but like there's like Brian Puspos. There's
Ooh, yes.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, my mind's going blank right now. But I follow a lot of choreographers that like, I would say have influence on my style and the way I
Mm.
approach choreography. Um, But yeah, I guess kind of just anywhere between like the musicality being like obvious and the grooves, you know, because that's where I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to take my choreography now. Because I've always been like uh, a hard hitting, you know, kind of stiff, sharp dude with freestyle and
Mm-hmm.
choreo. But I'm trying to like loosen it up a lot more now too. Like Poriotics, you know, Poriotics or
Oh yeah,
they
Choreotics.
yeah they've been like a dope crew that's just excelled in that style. Um, yeah, just kind of in
And
that
it's
realm.
tight too. It's tight too. Like you come from a place like I watched this old video, bro, of like how so many of the Southern Cal dance teams were pretty much like birthed through like culture shock. You know what I mean? And like culture shock SD, like all the teams down there that birthed so many more of what we see today. Like you can like trace the lineage almost, you know what I mean? And like LA gets such a reputation for being like dance hub. But I was like, the SD area, bro, like that shit is stiff down there, man. Those guys are tight. Like they've been at it for a while. Um,
Oh
but
yeah,
Brian Pustos definitely, bro. I remember like him, Andrew Batterina, June
Batterina,
Kamada,
yeah.
dude, Batterina. Oh my God, they were dropping concept videos when that was a thing on YouTube. You know, like they would drop these concept videos and you would wait and just wait and you might get word from somebody like, yo, Brian Puspos is dropping his new video, like, oh, do, and then you and your buddies all huddle around, like, so I'm definitely from that era. Tim was like a new guy for me, like he was one of the new bucks. But he definitely like he has like a whole generation of dancers who try to dance just like him. Like
Yeah, for sure.
he really changed up the way people approach choreo. And Farside's the fucking man. Farside's the man, but I hate his fucking choreo, dude. Oh my god, I had to learn so many and just like do so many push-ups over not getting it. So I love it, but I hate it at the same time. I have like a
I feel
like
it. I was
like
gonna say too. Last year I went to HHI to compete with my guys. We did the trio division, but New Zealand and like that side of the world, they're nasty. Like
mhm.
they just the way they execute. It's kind of like similar style to kind of like like that far side or like that just
Mhm.
very just beat killing and very intricate. But man, over there in New Zealand, Australia, they don't play.
No, I mean like Royal Family has been running that playground for a while, but now I feel like it's just been so long and so many people have passed through there and picked up the training regimen, to pick up the discipline, and they start showing it to other people. Now you have more teams starting to pop up from over there. You're starting to see all these different groups, and they're bangers. They've I mean, I feel like they've been on my radar since like 2018, 2017 status. Like they're getting out there. Shout out the Oceania people, man. New Zealand, Australia was cracking. Um, Matter of fact, Jay Street Beast is from over there,
Oh,
and so I
really?
was yeah, I was talking to him about it too because he's kind of like us, where it's like he was very mixed with Krump and choreo, to start off with, even though he's more known for his crumping now. Uh, all right, so then so you got your choreo dancing going, and then you start getting loosely introduced to Krump. Where was like your introduction to Krump? Where was like the first big session or like first like battle that you had? Like walk me through that.
Sure, man. My the way I got introduced to Crump was crazy because I had no intention of wanting to join a fam or wanting to um, really just put myself out there. I really wanted to just learn the style and learn the history of it. So I first I first went to my first Crump session. I believe it was in Oceanside. I would see Knucklehead and
Mhm.
them get down over there, Lamar, Lotus, and um, yeah, just that community just being solid from 2017, 2018. That's when I was first like just really just seeing how it would all go down. And um I wasn't crumping yet though. I didn't start crumping till 2019, April of 2019. And so I started my journey there. I wouldn't go to the Oceanside sessions as much at that time, not until after I started crumping. But I was in living in Vegas throughout quarantine. So I was in Vegas from 2020 to summer of 2021. And shout out to my boy Lucas. He actually got me to get under Crush because he didn't like help me get under him. Like, hey, I'm gonna tell him that you want to be under him, but he would bring me to Crush's garage, like where
Mm-hmm.
so much history has happened there, and I got to see legends in there, Jay Crush, the whole Crush family, the Loxus, and I was just so like mind blown on just being there, like not just being an outsider, just being able to witness greatness and. I would just do my thing out there. I was just trying to be level up as best as I could daily, and I would session there. And I had a there was a rookie tournament out there in 2020, and I had got to the finals with Oxy, and
Mm.
yeah, the Crush would watch and they would just talk about me like, hey, like he's got potential. And I battled again another time. I battled one of his homies though. It was another little exhibition tournament, and then I did good. I did good enough to where Crush pulled me by the side and was like, hey, how serious are you about Crump? And I was like, very serious. And he was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, all right. And um, I was like, damn, like I couldn't believe it. I was just like, man, like Crush coming up to me, like asking me like how serious I have a potential opportunity to be in the fam. And yeah, later in that year, they put me on, and
Mm.
I've been a Crush ever since.
I can see you take it. I can see you take it serious, and I can see that it makes you happy by like the look, dude. Just the look it brings on your face, bro. Like that's tight. That's tight. And crushes is somebody. You know what I mean? I remember, dude, and I told him this because I've even had him on the podcast, bro. I did the SLX program in Vegas, and Crush ends up coming by, and it was a really hard lab, really, really. And I like ground moves. I'm into that. And so Ches brings him by. He's like, hey, he likes doing ground moves. Show him some shit. So it really hard lab. Um, we're wrapping up for the night, bro. And I tell Crush, I'm like, hey man, is there anything, anything I can lab on? He goes, everything. God damn. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God. But that was like so token. I learned in that moment, like that's so token Crush. He's gonna tell you lab on everything, just get better. Like, you know what I mean? He's a from the way I've seen him interact with like some of his little homies or interact with people who are trying to get into Crump. It's like he's good. Like he's somebody that you should model after and kind of follow that example, I guess. That's dope.
For
So
sure.
you've been Ghost Crush for like what, like 3 years now?
It's gonna be 5 in April.
5 years, my guy. CCRFK. Let's fucking go. Shout
Yes,
out.
flying,
How does it feel?
flying
Like it's a
by.
big name, man.
It
Does
is,
it
yeah.
is it like a do you feel like it's more weight? Do you feel like it kind of like liberates you? Like how is it? Because like again, Crush is a legend, bro.
No, for sure. It definitely has been some more weight that I feel like I have to pull. And it's funny because whenever I'll mention that to other crumpers that have been in the game longer than me, or that I just know that are more experienced, they're always like, don't stress it, bro. Just do your thing. Just have fun with it. And I'm like, bro, it's kind of hard when I just feel the expectations just rise a little bit because you have this title now, it's this bar that you have to keep keep pushing up, with having that name, being under that fam. And so it has been like a little bit more pressure, and I feel like that has kind of made me really second guess like my decision making in my rounds, and
Mm,
I really just want to make sure like I'm doing it correctly, and that people could read what I'm trying to say, and um, which is good, because it's made me focus a lot more on my basics, on my foundation, and fusioning that with my style, with my character, and yeah, so it definitely has been a, a little bit of a not like, I mean, it's a obstacle, but there's just continuous obstacles that you're gonna just come by, and just have to overcome, and so, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. I'm super blessed to be able to be under him, and I do want to like keep learning. I'm always gonna keep learning from him, and keep learning from other crumpers too. I don't want to limit myself, and feel like I can't learn from other crumpers and other fams, because you can, and that's what the mindset that I had before, like, oh, because I'm under him now, I've got to just learn from him. It's like, nah, like
mm,
there's other people that can drop some gems, like give you a different perspective on it, how to approach it. So
mhm. Yeah, man, and it's something too when you get into a fam, and it's like, you know, some people I guess kind of get surprised with fams. It's like they just get asked randomly, but for somebody who kind of like worked towards it, it was on their radar type shit. It's
yeah.
the different. It's a weird feeling. Like once it happens, it's like, oh yes, like I've been selected. Like, you know what I mean? Like, put me in, coach. I'm like, I'm here. Like, yeah, hell yeah, put me in the game. And like for me, like making the camp was big. Like that was something, a pressure I put on myself. And then, I was battling all the Cali beasts. And so it was like I was just going through it, so when it finally happened, I was like, yes, thank God. Like, fuck yeah, I actually did it. What would be another big moment? Like, what would be your next favorite moment that's happened in Krump? Because I could tell that one's important to you. So what would be your next favorite moment in Krump?
My next favorite moment in Crump, shoot. Well, I am gonna be battling this year in August against Ghost Normandy Lane, which I think is cool because it's kind of like the Ghost and the
Oh,
Ghost, and it's
that's
like a
dope.
Miho and a Crush. So, um,
Hmm.
I really want to just I wanna obviously, I'm gonna have stuff before that I want to achieve, and that I am gonna be training for as well. But knowing that that's months ahead, and the expectations are very high, because you have all this time to prep and to train, and to gather all your ammo together, all your combos, kill offs, whatever you want to,
Hmm.
however you want to put it. But I feel like this battle in particular is going to be what's is going to dictate like how serious I take, Crump, and uh,
Hmm.
I'm very excited for that one, and thankful for that opportunity. Shout out to Childish, for opening that platform for me, because yeah, I really want to come correct with that battle, and just really um, just give everything I got, make sure that everything's on point, make sure that I don't I execute my style better than his. I know he's gonna come with everything he's got. So I'm just doing my homework, and labbing, and trying to just make sure that I do my best.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous are you usually before battles?
How what?
How nervous? On a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous are you usually before battles?
Um, I would say it's like mild, no matter like if I'm prepared or not.
Hmm.
That's just like me. Like even with performances, competitions, uh, I don't really have that when I teach classes. I feel like that's where I'm the most like just at home. Um, but I kind of just get like a mild like right before. But then once I'm like in the battle, I throw my first round, or I'm in the middle of my round, then it just kind of just goes away, and then I'm just having fun. But before, like all the all the preparation for it and all like the oh we're about to start. Yeah, I have like a mild like anxious feeling like dang like I'm here and it's gonna be my time. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I get so nervous, dude. Like, even just because I know anytime I go home and if I'm at the session, I know Sherman's going to ask me to battle. I already fucking know it. So it's like just the drive there. I'm trying to pretend like, maybe he won't ask me, but it's like, no, I know he is. It's like, so I start getting a little nervous. It's like, no, man, you dance, dog. You're talented, So I'm trying to like psych myself up. So it's like I get nervous, but that nervous makes me excited too. Like, 'cause I just like battling. Battling is fun. Sessioning is fun. Dancing is fun. At 31 years old, fucking dancing is still fun
Oh
to me. So
wow, you look young, man.
yeah. Oh, dude, don't be fooled. I just shaved, but thank you, thank you. How old are you, bro?
I'm gonna be 26 this year.
Oh, young fucking buck. Let's go. Let's go. Thank God, bro. Yes, yes, good. Young people, man. Fucking I feel like a lot of the voices that are really loud in Crump right now are all the really old heads, which was weird
Mm,
because when I first got in, there wasn't enough OGs and vets talking. Um, but I'm glad that there's young heads like you, like in me too. Like I'm still young in Crump. Like, like I started in 2016, 2000, like the end of 2016, beginning of 2017. So I'm still young in this shit. I haven't been here that long. So I think it's good that there's people like you who's got a solid head, just likes crumping, just likes doing the fucking thing and having their moments to talk and shine. Shout out Childish too for putting on a dope ass battle. That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope, dude. That's gonna be really dope. That's tight. Like I seen too in the bio that you sent over. Um, you want to do something for changing the communities and helping out your communities. And so if Ghost Crush, if Mr. Paul Lopez was king for a day, and if you could change three, let's say three things immediately, like what would be three things you would want to see added in to your communities?
definitely more battling.
A
Definitely more battling. Uh, that's part of one of my goals that I want to invest in with the community. Just pushing each other to just go to the next level, like within the moment and with whatever genre of music it could be, like R&B or hip hop, crump, but just pushing people to hop out of their comfort zone and because it'll feel stagnant. It's felt stagnant for a while in San Diego. um, Not a lot of people will want to like you know unite and just kind of or be raw, like a lot like
Mhm.
I know this has been talked about in crump too lately, like people have been getting like kind of soft with like battling or taking it too personal, and forgetting like
Mhm.
the purpose of competition, like it's a competition, like with sports, like you're not taking it personal when you're like on a football team and if you guys lose like oh like it's like no like it you guys both came to compete, and there shouldn't be
Mhm.
no reason to take anything personal or have bad sportsmanship. So um and don't get me wrong, I used to be like that, but when I was a little kid, but
Yeah.
since I've been in dance, I don't feel like I've given off that bad sportsmanship or discredited anybody if I did lose or if it was a bad call on like the judges end. It's
Mhm.
just, it is what it is. And, just got to come back better next time. But, yeah, I definitely want a lot more competition in the community. Um, a lot more unity, just everybody just kind of knowing each other, and not just this is the choreo head, these are the freestyle heads. Like, now, what if
Yeah.
we could fusion it and just bring one big community together? Like, why not? Like there's
Mhm.
no reason why it's not possible to do. So I think just that's like just one of my short term goals this year is to really um, just gather as much people as I can together. To do that, I want to start hosting battles monthly for the community. Just low stakes, nothing like crazy, but just to challenge people, during session times, and then when at the end of the month it's tournament time. Let's see where everybody's at. Let's see what everybody's been practicing, and yeah, just kind of just challenging everybody, pushing them, and growing together as a unit.
Yeah, I think it's a very, very lost concept that dance is. Yes, it's an expression, but when we gather like this, it can become competitive, and that's okay too. Like, so all of us just expressing ourselves in the session, that's cool. But if you want to dance and you want to battle, then it is a competition, my friend. Like, I am trying to beat you because you're trying to beat me. Like that's how that works. And that's okay. We shouldn't get so frustrated, because if we're playing basketball, and me and you play a game of one-on-one, I lose, run it back. Let's run this back. No, I can get you this time. Or, and you just have this back and forth until you go home, go back the next day and just do it all over again. And I don't know why we don't think of that more often with these battles. It's like, bro, if you have a problem with it, just run it back. Like, we don't need to do all the talking. And I don't do the talking on the Crumpers page. I try to kind of stay out of it as much as I can. I really do. There's
Same.
some stuff I just have to. I just because it's like either really funny or it's just like ain't nobody gonna say it, dude. All right, I'll say it. Like, so that's one thing. I'd rather do my talking in podcasts or whatever, but dancing, I don't think I've ever, of all the shit that I've seen and any of that, I don't think I've really ever harbored like ill will towards anybody. Like on a personal level. Like dance, like fuck you. Like I will battle you every single time I see you if I get the chance, bastard. Because like fuck that. Like, like you embarrassed me one time, or or people said we tied or whatever. Because I'm just competitive. I'm competitive like that. Whatever. Yeah, do you know San Diego to me was the place. One of my good friends who I first started crumping with moved to San Diego. So I always felt like a piece of me was there. Like piece of me, piece of my fam. I mean, I do a podcast with him on Tuesdays. Shout out. Um, and he's still living down there, matter of fact, and we talk all the time, and he's kind of followed me and followed along in my career because he stopped crumping type shit. But yeah, man, San Diego is a special place, bro. Special place. uh,
For sure.
so I know you ended up leaving Fuego. Are you going to be continuing any kind of other teams? Are you going to start your own thing up now with like the whole like choreo aspect of your dance?
I do have I do have a lot of plans as far as creating my own team. I don't want to rush it. I want to do it
Mm,
right and take my time and make sure that it's just done correctly. But I do plan
mm,
to start my own choreo squad. I do, or I am going to start my own Krump fam, which is going to probably come before the choreo team. Not because like I like Krump more than choreo, but I've been working on that more right now, and people have just been coming into my life like since I parted ways with Fuego that it just feels right to do it first, um,
mhm.
and that's just kind of just where my route's been going. So I do want to have a choreo squad. I do want to have a Crump fam, and also throwing events with the community. As far as like traveling and whatnot, I don't. I think that's going to be on hold for a while, just because I have to stay here and make sure that I'm grounded here in San Diego. I got a lot of stuff in my personal life that I have to take care of. That's more priority.
Mhm.
But yeah, the Crump fam and the choreo scene, I could still do that here while I'm working on myself. So I'm excited for this Crump fam that is going to be dropping, because it's also going to be like my name, my AKA, because I'm still going to be putting in work as Ghost Crush, but the name, once the fam drops, like I'm going to start using that name, moving forward a lot more. And when I enter battles in Crump, or when I have uh, battle card events, so.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I know I felt weird the first couple times I actually went by Corpse. It was always J Dread or Baby Dread, and I was like, then it was like Corpse. I started hearing my own name start being said in the crowd. And then I remember the first time like hearing like, oh, we got Corpse versus this. I was like, oh shit, like that's my name. Like
That's
that's
you.
cool as hell. Like that's me, bro. Like, yeah, I am Jay
Yeah.
Dread, bro. Like, don't ever get it twisted. I am this guy, but that's my name. That's me, bro. Understand that. This goofy motherfucker. Man, yeah, dude, it's exciting. Um, I started a fam just with some of the guys who wanted to learn from me from Oxnard, and and I didn't even think it would last. I mean, shout out my guys, bro. I didn't think it would last because they were good, and so Dread wanted to pick some of them up. God, I think they've gotten approached by all kinds of people, Beast, fucking all kinds, dude. And it's like, yo, all right, but they don't want to be from them just because I was living there and we've known each other for so long now. But they're holding
Yeah.
down the name. They're holding down the Corpse fam in Oxnard. Shout out the Corpse boys. Um, yeah, man,
I
dude,
think
that's
one of
tight.
them was one of them at the sorry to cut you off, the rookie event that recently happened in at the Beast Camp, or it was
Oh yeah,
when.
yeah, my dude J Corpse, Skella, my dude
Yeah,
Skella.
he's
Yeah,
tight, bro. I remember seeing him in Oxnard a couple times when I had went out there to like teach a class with uh, a buddy of mine, and I remember seeing him and stuff. And but I
yeah,
remember seeing him at the tournament. I was like, bro's tight.
yeah, dude. He is the heir apparent of the 805 because he, started his own team, and then now he's got like 5 teams that are all under that moniker, and then doing stuff with Krump, and he does stuff like on his own time, like throwing workshops and shit. So he's doing it. Shout out Zariel, man. That's a fucking talented kid.
Yes,
But then
sir.
dude, there was a point where like we were throwing sessions, man, and just seeing like the growth of it, like yeah, hearing you say like, man, we need more battles and this and that. It's like, yeah, dude, like even in my city, I was saying it like, yo, we got all these freestylers, and people learning Crump. Like, why ain't we battling? Like, what's the problem? Like, if it's because of feelings, that's a you problem. But if it's a schedule, like, all right, let's schedule it. Like, let's get something going. Like, what the fuck? All it does is take is a couple text messages. Like, look at this podcast, bro. We scheduled this podcast in a couple messages.
Yeah,
Well, my
easy.
man, listen. I don't want to hold you up too long. I do want to say thank you though. Thank you for coming on the show. Getting to speak your piece a little bit. Yeah, I hope we can do this one again. Yeah. Um, before we tune out though, is there any like gem or little nugget that you want to drop with the people so that they can play this back and listen to it?
Shoot, man. Um, I would just say don't be afraid to shine when it's your time to shine. Don't be afraid to step up when you feel it in your gut or in your heart to step up in a positive way, in a positive intention, not in a way where you're um, trying to do it in an evil way, or if you envy anybody, or if you're not, if you're not working on yourself, then that's different, but if you have been putting in work and you do love this art, that we all love to continue to tap into every day, just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be you, because that's at the end of the day what people that do succeed, that we look up to say, is to don't be afraid to be you. Don't be afraid to step up to the plate when it's time to, time to spread your wings. Change is good, change is scary, but it's good,
Mm-hmm.
it's needed. The only way for us to keep evolving. So yeah, just taking that leap of faith.
My guy, thank you so much, bro. I'm gonna send you a message right now, dog, and we'll chop it up in the DMs.
Hey, I appreciate you, Corpus. It means a lot you reaching out to me about this, man. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, bro. I'll holler at you.
All right, man.
Everybody, that was Ghost Crush. Paul Lopez. Listen, listen. The dude is so fucking talented, right? And as you guys seen, just humble, just wants to dance. Yeah, and it's inspiring to see that there's still young cats up in the community who they just want to dance, they just want to krump. They're not fucking around with any of that. You know what I mean? And it's inspiring. Yeah, it's inspiring. It's motivating. Yeah, and it like I don't know. Talking to the young heads bang different. Talking to the young heads bang real different. Yeah. Because I just feel like it's because I've been doing this for so long, right? You feel like you just watch the same cycle happen over and over and over and over again. You kind of start to lose faith. You know what I mean? You lose faith in what dance really brings. You know what I mean? And I know I still love dancing. You know, I still love doing this fucking thing. You know what I mean? Um, and young guys like him, young minds, young movers like him inspire me to keep doing it, to keep moving, because there are still a group of heads who got the pure love and joy for this shit. I hope I wasn't rambling. I was. But I love you guys. Yeah. Thank you for everybody tuning in. Instagram, Facebook, all that. Yeah. You wild animals, check it out. I got another podcast tomorrow with my man Toy Boy, aka Prince Oxy. Yeah. That one's going to be a treat. So make sure you guys tune in for that one. That one's going to be tomorrow, 7 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, 10 p.m. Eastern. Come hear him. He's a fucking talent to see. Yeah, he's a talent to behold. Another young cat, hoping to pick his brains, and he's really excited too. I could tell he's really excited to be on the show. Everybody who listen, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Felicia, I love you. Felicia, I love you. Shout out the Milkman and the Unlucky Charms podcast. Crew, we out. I'm trying to sign off this damn thing, and the Wi-Fi is tweaking. So you guys imagine that. Everybody listening on Spotify, you're going through it with me too. It's cool. We are in this